Hey Fire fans, welcome to Touchline TV. I'm your host, Brendan Hannan. In this month's episode, we bring an exclusive interview with Fire goalkeeper Sean Johnson. We meet the man who keeps the Toyota Park pitch looking world class. But first, let's chat with Logan Paz and Frank Klopas during the Kings of the Cup photo shoot. Up next on Touchline TV.
You know, with the inception of the team in '98, with them winning the double, it put a lot of emphasis as an organization and a club on this tournament, it being one of the, if not the oldest soccer tournament in the U.S. And it's a great opportunity for us to win a championship.
It's a historic tournament. It's one of great importance, and I think it's one that we hold dearly in our hearts, and it's just a great feeling. Not only to win the Open Cup, but just to win a championship and to be able to lift that cup with the team together. It's a special moment, one that you don't forget.
We did it my first year in 2003 in Giant Stadium at the time, and then in 2006 right here at Toyota Park was just extremely special. Anytime you get to hoist up that a trophy and the U.S. Open Cup, it's wonderful.
It's a great opportunity for us this year to be in a position where we host a semifinal game here and put ourselves in a spot where you're playing for a trophy and you're playing for the Open Cup championship. That's a great feeling, and it's one that I know the players look forward to, having an opportunity to do that and put ourselves in a position to lift the cup.
Touchline TV caught up with Fire's second-year goalkeeper Sean Johnson to talk about persevering in the face of adversity, the toughest shot to save in MLS, and which is better, Skittles or Mike and Ike's. Welcome to Touchline TV. I'm here with second-year Chicago Fire goalkeeper Sean Johnson. Sean, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
Sean, in your 2 years, you've been through some highs and lows. How does adversity drive you competitively?
Yeah, I think when you go through adversity, you're forced to kind of take a step back and look at the big picture and maybe go back to the basics and just basically go back to what got you to where you were. So I think every process is a good learning process.
As a goalkeeper, you're always going to allow goals. What does it take to have a selective amnesia and move on once someone beats you?
Right, I think it takes a strong mentality. You're going to give up goals. It's a part of the game. Just staying strong and trying to move on as quickly as possible from a goal that's scored is key to this position.
Is that something that you learn, or is it you first step into the net and you're just able to forget about it? Is it something that it's hard on you the first couple of times, or?
I think you acquire over time. It's a learning process. Goalkeeping, you get better as you get older and you start to mature. The more you play. So I think over time you get to learn how to deal with goals being scored more and more until you can effectively go out and get the job done.
Which guy on the team's shots bother you the most? Who hits the ball the hardest or knuckles the ball at you? Which guy do you hate saving?
I think Palladini has the knuckleball down packed. I think Christian probably has one of the harder strikes in the team. So
sort of a mean mug anyway.
Yeah. He has a pretty vicious shot, but I think Danny's is the most difficult to deal with.
What about in the league? At this point, you've faced pretty much everyone. Who has the hardest shot? Who's the most difficult guy to stop?
The hardest shot in the league, it's tough to say. I mean, there's a lot of good players in the league. From the games this year and last year, I think Juan Pablo, when he connects with the ball, has a pretty good strike. And David Beckham whips in a great ball. It's probably the hardest whip ball I've had to face so far and most difficult to deal with.
As a guy who's played basketball your whole life, what is more satisfying, slamming a ball or saving a penalty kick?
Saving a penalty, hands down.
Yeah?
Yeah, more satisfying. slams come, you know, here and then, but I think
as the guy who just slams it whenever he wants, right?
No, but penalties, I think it's definitely something that you can take pride in, because I mean they don't come very often, and when they do come, it's either a ball being placed in the back of the net, wide or high or wide, or the goalkeeper saving it. So I think it's definitely more satisfying to save a PK.
Better basketball player, MJ or LeBron?
MJ, hands down. I think LeBron's on his way.
Chicago answer.
Yeah, LeBron's a good basketball player as well, but I think MJ established himself as the greatest ever.
Better goalkeeper, Tim Howard or Petr Cech?
Oh, that's a tough one. To be honest, I think they have different styles. I like to watch Tim Howard's game because I feel like, you know, he's super athletic, great positioning. Petr Cech's massive, and so it's easier for me to relate to Tim Howard, but I think they're both great goalkeepers.
Yeah. Mike and Ike's or Skittles?
Gotta go with the tropical Mike and Ike's.
All right.
Yeah, they're great.
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Some Michael and Ike for sure.
Yeah.
Sean, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime.
Thanks for watching us on Touchline TV. Toyota Park turf manager Eric Adkins has been the caretaker of the pitch here since 2006. A seasoned veteran of all things green, Adkins' path to the Chicago Fire boasts some very impressive stops along the way.
I started back mowing greens when I was 15, 16 years old, kind of was interested in that, and went to Michigan State University, got my degree there, came to Chicagoland basically in '78, bounced around from a few golf courses to ended up at the Chicago Park District for a stint there, and lo and behold, outside the Park District is Soldier Field, and I was always interested in the Bears, and just kind of went down to meet the guys, and pretty soon they asked me if you could help with the tarp crew and this and that, and then next thing you know, I'm full-time down there, and you know, kind of went to a few other universities and started them off, Northwestern and Michigan State, and kind of ended up here after kind of a stint of retirement for a while, and now I'm, you know, running the show day to day. We're a bluegrass field, which is maintained at about 5/8 of an inch. Some of the highlights are the qualities of this field is that it's the original field. We have not resodded any major portion of this field other than the south goal in the past 6 years. So we're lucky in that respect.
Keeping the pitch at Toyota Park in world-class condition is not Eric's first brush with the beautiful game.
In 1994, we did the World Cup at Soldier Field, and we did 5 games there and the opening ceremony. So that kind of stands out as probably my highlight of my career. Seeing the teams that come in and watching those games probably was a prelude to what I'm doing right now.
That'll do it for this month's edition of Touchline TV. Hit us up in September when we bring you more exclusive Fire action. For now, I'm Brendan Hannan. Toodaloo.